Good afternoon. Welcome to Christ Presbyterian Church Concerts on the Corner. I'm the Reverend Linda Lane Bortel. I'm the pastor here, and we're so happy to have you with us. I'm not going to say too much as we get started, but I do want to let you know that if you need the restroom, you go out these double doors over here, down the breezeway, and they're outside doors. Please help yourself to a drink at any time during the concert. It's a donation-based operation, so have what you'd like, leave what you'd like. That'll be great. I'm so pleased that we are welcoming the Kyle Athayde Dance Party back for the third time. And I'm also happy to say that this concert is currently being live streamed, so if you have somebody at home that wishes they could be here, you could tell them to go to the Christ Presbyterian Church YouTube channel, and it will be there as a recording as well. One of the things that Christ Presbyterian Church is trying to do right now is be good news for our community, and we definitely think that this music fits the ticket, and that's why we're offering these concerts for free, and we are committed to paying the musicians a fair wage. So if all of that sounds really good to you and you want to be a part of that, we would happily have partners. So if you'd like to leave a donation either at the drink table or on the way out, this will be our second concert this year, and we're doing 10. You can see more information. I'll talk more about how you can get connected with us in the future. You came here to hear the Kyle Athayde Dance Party, so I'm going to turn it over to Kyle, and we're ready for some great music.
Thank you so much. So we are going to play a lot of different songs today that come from our childhood. Some of them are from our childhoods, some of them are from our parents' childhoods, some of them are from current children's childhoods. So if you know the lyrics to any of these songs, feel free to join in. And I think the young kids might know the lyrics to this next one. That's the theme from Bluey. And when you hear that theme, you're getting to meet the characters as you say their names. So we're going to meet the musicians as we say their names. First, how about a little bit from Henry? And then on the bass, we have Sasha. And our guitar player is Tony. On piano, we have Nathan. That's called the rhythm section. They make the rhythm, and then the rest of the horns can play over that. So the first section I want to introduce to you from the horns is our trombones. We have Teddy on the bass trombone, Joseph on the trigger trombone, Natalie is on the straight trombone. Another word for a straight trombone is pea shooter. So also playing the pea shooter is Adam. So now that we know their names, let's hear how they like to play these awesome trombones. So the trombones are brass instruments. And other brass instruments we have are the trumpets. Our trumpet players over on the end, that's Harry, Edward, Ryan, and Rigo. So the trumpets sound like trombones, but higher. So here's a little bit of the taste of the trumpet section. Going to the stratosphere. 1, 2, 3. Pretty good, right? Well, not to be outdone by the brass, we have a wonderful reed section here. And they're called reeds because their instruments have these wooden reeds that help make the sound. And they're primarily playing saxophones, although there are a couple clarinets on stage here. Right here next to me is Lucas on the tenor saxophone. On alto, that's Eddie. Also playing alto, Alex. And another tenor saxophone over there, that's Dan. And the lowest saxophone, the baritone saxophone, that's Aaron. So without further ado, here's what the saxophones sound like. So now that you know all of the names of the players, well, you haven't gotten my name yet. My name's Kyle. It's on my shirt, Kyle Athayde Dance Party. That's the name of our band. And so what we're going to do, like the Bluey intro, we're going to say the name of the group we want to hear, and then we're going to hear that group. So first we have to say rhythm, trombones, trumpets, saxes, and then Kyle Athayde Dance Party will be the whole thing. I'll help you with that. But right now we're going to start with rhythm, trombones, trumpets, saxes. Y'all got that? Here we go. 1, 2. Rhythm. Trombone. Trumpet. Saxophone. Don't forget, we're Kyle Athayde Dance Party, so you say that with us when we're ready. Kyle Athayde Dance Party! Thank you so much. We are the Kyle Athayde Dance Party, and we're so happy to be here playing music for you today. And we started with a song from some of these childhoods, Bluey, great show. I love it a lot, watch it with my nieces. But we're going to go to a song from, I don't even know how old this song is, but we all know it, and I think you'll recognize it when you hear it. So I don't know if you could tell from that introduction what this piece is. It's called The Wheels on the Bus. And the wheels on the bus, they go round and round, and a lot of things on the bus make a lot of noises. So in order to emulate these things, we're going to do different things with the band. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a swing feel. Da-do, 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 da-do. And it feels like it goes round and round, just like the wheels. So here's the band going round and round. So today is a very beautiful day, but sometimes it's rainy, and you hear those raindrops on the piano? Well, when it's raining, for the bus driver to be able to see where they're going, they have to use the wipers. And what do the wipers do? They go swish, swish, swish. So can you all with me go swish, swish, swish? And you're going to hear Tony on the guitar play bling, 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 and that's the swish, swish, swish. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, well, when it's that rainy, even with the wipers, sometimes it's hard to drive well. And when people are driving poorly, they start swerving. So when the horn gets loud like that, it upsets people. And specifically, it upsets babies. And when babies are upset on the bus, what do? Wah, wah, wah. So you're going to hear the trumpets use these plunger mutes. Can we see those? Ooh, plungers. They're going to make a sound just like a baby going wah, wah, wah. Who can make this baby stop crying? A lot of people are very skilled in making babies stop crying. We have a lot of good parents here, but my parents are here, and they're my favorite parents of all the parents I know. And the person who is best at making me stop crying is my mom. And what do the mommies on the bus do? They go, shh, shh, shh. So you're going to see Henry use these brushes to sweep across the drum to make a shh, shh, shh sound. One. Going on. 2, 1, double bar. Thank you so much. The wheels on the bus go round and round. So what we were doing with that piece was using the sounds of the instruments to try to make sounds that we hear in daily life. And a really common way people loved to do this in the history of jazz, going all the way back to Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong, and they would write music to sound like trains. A lot of people would travel around by trains. Jazz bands would travel across the country on trains, and so they loved trains, and they would write music about it. And they would use things like the plungers to sound like a horn. They would have people blow through the horns to sound like the steam engine. Henry has a cowbell here that he's going to be hitting to sound like a railroad worker driving a stake into the ground. Isn't that a cool sound? So we're going to use all of these sounds to give you a nice, relaxed version of a song that, again, if you know the lyrics, feel free to sing with us. All Thank you so much. I've been working on the railroad. And like I said, when you're on the railroad, you're on the train and it takes you to all these cool places. We love traveling to different places. And a lot of us get to travel kind of all over the world to play music, which is really fun. And you get to see a lot of great cities, but you also see a lot of wildlife. And as we're people, when we're going around, you gotta be respectful of the wildlife. You don't want to disturb it because when you, Natalie, please. I told you, we have to not disturb the wildlife. These trombones, sometimes they play too loud, but let's try to get everything softer here. Come on, saxophones. Imagine you're in a forest. We have these beautiful redwood trees all over. Just go right up the street to Muir Woods, and you can see little critters running around. It's very peaceful, very quiet, especially when it's misty. Oh, that's the best time. But you have to be soft because Okay, if the trombones do that again, can you tell them with us, shh, don't disturb the wildlife? Because that was too much. And in fact, to try to get them playing softer, let's have them use these mutes. They're called cup mutes because they got that little cup on the bottom. It's going to make them softer and maybe make them blend in with the trees of Muir Woods. All right, so let's say you're going up Muir Woods and you keep hiking up and up and up and you find your way all the way at the peak of Mount Tamalpais. Am I pointing the right way? Somewhere over there. I love it up there. It's so cool. You can see all 9 of the Bay Area counties and you can hear the wind blowing. It's very peaceful. People are hiking up there. And when you're hiking up there, you have to be relaxed and chill. Again, if there's wildlife up there, you want to be respectful. You don't want to disturb it. You just want to be very... These trombones, that was too loud, way too loud. The mutes worked though, so I think this time we're going to use a different mute. We're going to use a straight mute. And it gives the trombones this really cool sound that matches with the jagged peaks of a mountain. So see if you can hear how they blend in with the rocks up there. And if you get off the top of the mountain, you go down, and further down, you get into some swamplands. Like sometimes when I'm driving down 37 and get out to Fairfield, way far away, it's very swampy out there. And you might hear frogs and toads and different birds and all sorts of things that are really cool. But then if you go there and you start jumping around and everything, it's too loud. So you just got to chill out. You got to be relaxed. definitely don't want to be disturbing them because I think that the frogs and the toads and the all right. So I don't think they got the idea with the mutes, but maybe if they try to use a plunger like the trumpets did earlier, and they can blend in with the sound of the frogs. So see if this works. All right, I liked the sound of that. And now you hear things are getting a little bit more wavy, moving around. This kind of sounds like the water to me. Maybe you go into the San Francisco Bay or even go out into the Pacific Ocean, and you'd see a lot of cool fish swimming around. There's seaweed and crabs and seals and sharks maybe, but even when the sharks are in the water, they're not being loud. I mean, you're underwater, so you can't really be loud. So it might be a place where the trombones aren't going to be too loud for once, finally, because these trombones really aren't getting it. We'll try the mutes again. I thought the plunger was the answer, but how about a bucket mute? This bucket mute is going to make a really warm and muffled sound to blend in with that underwater feeling that you get when you think of the ocean. I feel like that's such a peaceful sound. I feel like the trombones finally get it. If they were to interrupt us one more time and disturb the wildlife, we should yell at them. No more shushing, because I think... Come on, trombones.
Don't disturb the wildlife!
Those trombones are really causing problems. You know what? We're going to have them not play this next song because I just don't think they can be trusted. They're just going to play too loud. We're going to go back to the wildlife. We're going to go back to the swamp. And we're going to go to one of my favorite songs. And it was a song I used to sing when I was in first grade all the time. And it tells the story of little amphibians, specifically 5 of them. 5 little speckled frogs. And we have, in our saxophone section, 1 frog, 2 frogs, 3 frogs, 4 frogs, 5 frogs. We have 5 speckled frogs. And you're going to hear each of the saxophones play this wonderful melody. 5 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. And then there were just 4 green speckled frogs, and 3 and 2. And it's a counting game. So if you're good at counting to 5, now you have to be good at counting from 5 down to 1. All right, without further ado, here are the saxophones. I love it. That song makes me so happy. I feel like hearing songs from our childhood, like really it just feels different, and playing them is so fun for us. And so there's another song that we have that's going to be the last song of this set, and then we'll take a short break. And this song is all about that. Hearing these old songs, playing these old songs, it just puts us in a great mood. And this song, it's called "You Are My Sunshine." And the lyrics of it talk about how people you love make you feel really happy. Essentially, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Can you all clap your hands with me? And if the Spirit moves you to get up and dance, that's fine too. So those lyrics I told you earlier, let's sing them together. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Thank you so much, everyone. We hope you've enjoyed this set. And one more time, we want to introduce the band to you. Our saxophone section, who makes us happy, our sunshine, that's Aaron, Dan, Alex, Eddie, and Lucas, the saxophone. The brass, who makes us so happy, the trombones, Teddy, Joseph, Natalie, and Adam, and our trumpets are Harry, Edward, Ryan, and Rigo. And the rhythm section, Nathan on piano, Henry on drums, Tony on guitar, Sasha on bass. My name's Kyle Athayde, and if you would all join me one last time to sing, Please Don't Take My Sunshine Away. Please don't take my sunshine away. Thank you so much. We're going to take a short intermission, and we'll have our second set. And one more time for our pastor, Linda Lane Bortel.
Let's give them another hand. Woo! Before you help yourself to some refreshments or go out the double doors to use the restrooms, I'd just like to highlight a couple things in your program. And I have separate flyers for this. So every summer, Christ Presbyterian Church does a free children's music camp. It's directed by Sibel Demirman Henry over here. So if you have any questions about that camp, Sibel is the music director here and also the teacher for the Miller Creek District. So there's that. We also do a give and take where we collect free gently used children's clothing and gear, and then we give it away for free, and that's happening in April. So the flyer about the music camp, which is on the back there, has both events on it. And you're welcome to just donate, or you're welcome to come and get free gear or spread that word. Also, please help yourself to something to eat or drink. We are so happy to support professional musicians with a fair wage. That is our goal. If you would like to join us in that, you can count how many fair musician wages we need right up here. So you can donate either at the drink table, at the basket in the back, or there's a QR code on the back of your program. Christ Presbyterian Church invites you to all of our events. You're always welcome. Please, if you have any questions or want to know more. And Kyle plays here regularly on a Sunday morning. And when he's not playing, his counterpart, Parker Grant, plays. So we're very lucky to have him. So they need a break. You need a break. Come back in 10 or 15 minutes.
And one last thing. If you like these shirts, we have shirts and CDs for sale over there. So come say hi. to the story of jazz as told by a big band. Any good story has to start with a foundation. And our foundation is the rhythm section. The rhythm section, like I said earlier today, makes the rhythm that we play to. And this rhythm that Sasha Jacobson is playing on the bass has a real nice feel. It's called a walking bass line. And if you want to snap your fingers, feel free. Some things we add from the rhythm section to match this little quarter note feel are Tony Greco on guitar. You can even add a little bit of brushwork from the drums of Henry Plum. And top it all off with a little piano by Nathan Joseph. So what the rhythm section is playing right now is called the blues. And the blues has a lot of cool sounds to it, a lot of effects. And an instrument that's great at making effects is the trombone. It's got these slides that allow it to move the pitch like Teddy Van Winkle on the bass trombone. And the trombones can go low and high. So Joseph Yang has another trombone. Adam Thies has a trombone. Natalie Cressman has the high trombone. And here's the trombones with the slides. Aren't those slides pretty cool? 1, 2, 3. And so what the rhythm section's doing now, they're playing this groovy thing. We call it a groove. And this groove is going to help us to introduce the next part of the horn section, the brass, which is the trumpets. And the trumpets play a whole variety of ranges. And our low note fourth trumpet player is Harry Ostrander. And a little bit higher on the third trumpet is Edward Evans. And then you start to climb up even a little bit higher, and our second trumpet player is Rigo Velez. And then the highest notes in the band are played by our lead trumpet player, who sets the whole tone. We follow him for how to do everything. And our lead trumpet player is Ryan DeWeese. Woo. The notes are starting to get pretty high. Well, you want to hear the whole trumpet section together? All right, here's the trumpet section. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Eddie Barbash on the alto saxophone. And the alto saxophone can sound like that. It can also sound like Alex Attard's alto saxophone. And then you have a tenor saxophone like Dan Zinn. The tenor saxophone can also sound like Lucas Baer. And the lowest saxophone is Aaron Lington's baritone saxophone. And Eddie's been holding that note for a long time, hasn't he? How much longer can he hold it? So then you put all these instruments together, and our band is called... Thank you so much, and welcome back. And for those of you who are just joining us, we are the Kyle Athayde Dance Party, and we're here to teach you about big band jazz. And we're going to start by talking to you about a musical technique known as a canon, also known as a row, also known as a round. We're going to use this next song to show it to you. So this technique, as you can hear, has different instruments coming in at different times, playing the same or a similar thing. And when you do that, it makes the music sound really washy and cool. So we're going to do a little bit more of that and see if you can recognize the tune we're playing. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second chord is major of the second time, right here, right? Major. So you heard Eddie earlier play the melody to this song. It's called Row, Row, Row Your Boat. And those are the first lyrics to the song. It says, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So just to be sure we all know the melody, let's all sing it together, right? Here we go. Ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Excellent job. What we're going to do now is we're going to divide into 4 groups. You have to remember your number because I'm not going to remember it for you. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. And if anybody didn't get a group, just choose one of the groups that kind of was near you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to point to the group, and you start, and then the next group starts, and the next group, and you keep repeating the melody, and it creates that whooshy-washy thing that round that we talked about. Ready, group 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Group 2, group 3, group 4. So now that you have the idea of the round, we're going to do a round of all of those things you've been hearing with the full band, but this time it's going to be crazy. 2, 3, 'Thank you so much. So hopefully now you all have an idea of the row and the canon and how it sounds crazy. And if you want to hear more like that, listen to Johann Sebastian Bach. Stylistically very different, but even more complex. He was a master of it. I like to pay tribute to a lot of the master musicians of all kinds of styles. Bach obviously is a Baroque musician, but this next piece is inspired by Duke Ellington. And Duke Ellington had a way of telling stories through his music that was really cool, and he had a wonderful baritone saxophonist named Harry Carney, and he would have his soloists play these individual parts in such cool ways. So we want to feature Aaron Linkton on this next piece, because he's our wonderful baritone saxophonist, and it's an appropriate piece for a church because it's a story from the Old Testament. It's inspired by Noah's Ark. And for those of you who aren't familiar, Noah's Ark is all about a guy named Noah who was told by God, there's going to be a flood, you have to build a boat, you got to get animals and people on the boat to make sure that people survive and we can start over again because we got to have the flood and it's all sorts of craziness. And he says you want 2 of each animal. So what you're going to hear with this piece is 2 of each type of instrument playing. You'll hear high trombones and low trombones and clarinets and saxophones and all sorts of neat things that tell the story of Noah's Ark. So what you'll hear is Noah, Aaron, hearing the voice of God saying, there's going to be a storm. Then you're going to hear him going about his business, making the ark and being accompanied by the different pairs of instruments, the animals. And then you're going to hear the storm, and all the animals get scared, and it's going to get really loud. And then the storm stops, and you'll hear the dove on the piano, Nathan, playing, bringing back the olive branch, which let Noah know that it's okay, the storm is done, there's land, and we can disembark. And you'll hear everyone get off the boat safe and sound, and Noah, Aaron, will lead us home to safety. So we hope you enjoy Aaron Langton with Noah's Ark. And in classic Kyle Athayde Dance Party fashion, Julia Athayde has something to say. There is another baritone saxophonist who has played with us named Noah Zebley. And Noah Zebley's name does not have H. And Noah was the first person to play this piece, so that's why it's spelled the way it is spelled. Yeah, that's true. It would be embarrassing to misspell a biblical name in a church. So thank you, Mom. Thank you so much. Aaron Linkton on the baritone saxophone. So one of the pairs of instruments you heard was the high trumpets. And we'd like to do a song that features our high trumpet player, Ryan DeWeese. We love having Ryan here. We really, really don't like to play when he's not here. So no matter where we travel in the world, we always try to make sure Ryan's there because he's so amazing and usually such a nice guy. But every now and then, he gets competitive. And he and I were playing a video game, and it's important for you to know that I had never played this game before, and Ryan's really good at this game. It's called MLB The Show. It's about baseball, and Ryan loves baseball, and he knows a lot about baseball. The score at the end of the first inning was something like 12-0, Ryan's favor, and he was talking trash to me. He was being mean to me. He was being a bully, and I did not like how he bullied me. Like he's trying to bully me right now. I'm not going to look at him anymore because he's still mean. So I wrote this piece to challenge him and to try to beat him once and for all. And it's hard for me to do it alone, but I've enlisted the help of our wonderful trumpet section to try to see if we can beat Ryan DeWeese because he refuses to show me a fair fight. Ryan, get over here. I'm not done with you. He thought that was impressive. Watch this. Please don't encourage him. How about a hand for the trumpet section? I hate to admit it. I used the vibraphone, I used the trumpet, I used my compositional skills, but nothing could stop him. Our lead trumpet player, please give it up for Ryan DeWeese. No! Oh, I can't catch a break here. All right, well, we're not going to have Ryan do too much on this next tune. We're going to feature one of our wonderful saxophone players. We're going to feature Eddie Barbash on this next one. And Eddie, I often call him our all-star soloist, and we always have a lot of fun songs for him to solo on. Sometimes they're really upbeat and exciting like that last one, but this next one is slow. It's a Latin groove. Specifically, it's from Cuba called Bolero, which is a very slow dance, and it's very relaxed. And Eddie loves to hike. He hiked the entire Appalachian Trail, sorry. I say it like a northerner. I'm supposed to say it Appalachian. And he loves going on these hikes in the mountains. And so to use the Cuban inspiration and the inspiration of him going on these hikes, this piece is called Niño de las Montañas. Eddie Barbash on alto saxophone. Thank you so much. By the way, if you like those last two tunes we did, you can get them on our albums. Show Me a Fair Fight, featuring Ryan DeWeese, is on the blue album, and Niño de las Montañas, featuring Eddie Barbash, is on the yellow album, which we just released this last summer. So we're not even a year. We actually recorded it like a year and a month ago. It's brand new. You can get the album. You can get the shirts to match the albums. We have one of each, you know what I'm saying? But this next piece is part of the, it's not upcoming. We haven't really made our plans yet, but the next plan is the Green album, which is going to be a lot of the music you've been hearing today. And this one is also going to be on that album. And it kind of showcases the versatility of the band being able to play in a lot of different styles. And we're going to teach you about those styles. And the charge of going to the different styles will be led by our wonderful drummer, Henry Plum. So we're going to feature him on this next piece. And there's a little bit of audience participation. So if you want to take up any space here and do anything, do what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it's if you're happy and you know it. And there's a lot of ways you can show it if you really want to show it. And the way we just did was by clapping our hands. But of course, there are a lot of things you do. And the second thing you do is stomping your feet. This jazz feel really relies on that foundation I was talking about at the beginning, the bass. And the bass drum has this nice boom, boom, boom sound to it. So we're going to do a swing feel. We're going to play as a whole band this nice swing and shout chorus. But you're always going to come back to that bass drum. So can you stomp your feet with us and Henry's bass drum? So Henry has taken us to a place of great syncopation. Sometimes you call this a backbeat or a funk groove. Something makes you want to clap your hands as opposed to snapping your fingers. So we're going to clap our hands, but this time we're going to clap in a syncopated feel. So instead of clapping, clap, clap, we're going to clap like this. Clap, clap. That second clap's going to be early, and that's what gives this characteristic cool feel to this groove we're hearing right now. Here we go. Going on. So now Henry has taken us to a more relaxed, chill place, a softer place. And when you hear soft things, like a poetry slam, you don't clap really loud because we're trying to hear the words. So the softer it gets and the softer it gets, and even softer it gets, you can hear a clap would just ruin everything. So instead of clapping our hands, we're going to snap our fingers. Very nice. Going on, 1, So what Henry's now playing is a Cuban groove. It's called cascara. And Cuban grooves have all sorts of cool names, like bolero we did earlier. But the one thing that's consistent throughout all of Cuban music, almost all of it anyway, is this rhythm that goes entirely through a whole piece without ever stopping. It's called clave. And you can play it with 2 sticks, but you can also play it with your hands. And clave sounds like this. Clap, 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 clap. So when we start clapping clave, you can never stop because clave goes all the way till the end of the tune. So are you ready to start clapping clave and not stop no matter what? Thank you so much for clapping and stomping and snapping and clapping clave till the end of time with us. How about a hand for our drummer, Henry Plum? We have just a couple more tunes for you. And this next tune, I had mentioned we played something from our blue album. We played something from the yellow album. Well, the red album does not want to be left out because I think you all should get the red album. It's the first one we made. And it's got a lot of video game and Japanese music, which makes me laugh like that, too. It makes me have a real good time. And this song is meant to encapsulate the great feeling of joy when you hear the theme song for a TV show that you like, and it's a great TV show, great theme song. Like, this is great. I love it. And Japanese cartoons, anime as they're called, have a lot of great theme songs. So I was inspired by those to write this next piece, anime theme song. Thank you so much, everyone. Anime theme song. So get that on the Red album. And we want to thank you so much for being here for this whole afternoon. It's been great playing for you. We have one last song to play, and it's a song that continues on that good feeling. Hold up. One more time. The saxophones, Aaron Linkton, Dan Zinn, Alex Athayde, Eddie Barbash, and Lucas Baer, the saxophones. Our trombone section, Teddy Van Winkle, Joseph Yang, Natalie Cressman, and Adam Thies, the trombones. And the trumpets, Harry Ostrander, Edward Evans, Rigo Velez, the trumpets. All right, fine. Everyone, your lead trumpet player, give it up for Ryan DeWeese. And we have an amazing rhythm section. Our piano player is Nathan Joseph. On guitar, that's Tony Greco. And our drummer is Henry Plum. My name is Kyle Athayde. We are the Kyle Athayde Dance Party. We want to recommend that you donate to Christ Presbyterian so they can keep doing great concerts like this. We want to recommend that you go buy all 3 of our shirts. We want to recommend that you go buy all 3 of our CDs. We want to recommend that you spread the word about the Kyle Athayde Dance Party and get everybody coming out to see our shows. We hope you enjoyed learning about the big band with us. And without further ado, on the bass, please give it up for Sasha Jacobson. Thank you so much. One more thing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you so much, everyone.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you so much. We are the Kyle Athayde Dance Party. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. One more time for this band. And thank you to Christ Presbyterian Church for having us. And one last word from our pastor, Linda Lane Bortel.
I just want to thank the band again. You guys have been here all afternoon. You've been making great music. Let's give the band one more big thank you. And a big thank you to Kyle. Like I said, Kyle is one of our church musicians, so that's also free on Sunday mornings. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you next time. Please come to our next concert, Lucas Valley Chamber Orchestra.